So today we're going to continue the ranking tier list thing for skins in Valorant. And today we're going to do melee weapons. I thought that this would be a perfect list to do next because obviously melees are kind of a staple in Valorant. And obviously Phantoms and Vandals are probably like the first two things that you think of, and melees are like right there. Like they're the next thing that you think of. So I thought, why don't we do a tier list based off of the melees in this game. Also, in case some of you guys were wondering, yes, I am planning on releasing some other content other than stuff like this. I have some ideas, like Overwatch 2 just came out, but Overwatch 2 is having some server issues, so I can't make any videos on that. Modern Warfare 2 is right around the corner. I still have Valorant videos planned. I have plenty of videos planned that I'm planning on releasing. Just right now, until I figure out exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post a couple more of these. Like this is gonna be a series. This is the third part. Again, it's like I said, at some point I will go back and do that Vandal video in tier list form because I feel like it's just way easier for me. But with that being said, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. That way you never miss a video from me. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right, to kick us off on this list today, we have the Artisan Foul or Artisan Foil. I think it's called. I said foul. I think it's the Artisan Foil. It's part of the Artisan collection. It's the whole Artisan collection is pretty good. I would. I wouldn't say this is best of the best. Obviously, I wouldn't even say it's A tier. It's definitely not D or bottom. I'm gonna put this like solid C tier. I feel like out of everything in the Artisan collection, the melee is the worst or the weakest part of that collection. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with it. C. If I change, I might change my mind later. Blade of Chaos, I personally think is an awesome melee, an absolutely fantastic melee. I really wish I owned this one. I'm gonna put it solid A tier. I think the color variance of this thing is beautiful. Like the sound effects and the color, everything about this melee is absolutely fantastic. These I can't stand. I'm going to put this bottom. I don't understand why you would ever want to use these, honestly. Blastex, very, very good knife. I'm going to put it top of B tier, only because I wish that it had a different animation from like the original knife. I do think it's really funny though, but that's about it for the Blastex knife. Okay, the Celestial Fan I think is overrated. I am not a fan of the Celestial Fan. I am personally a bigger fan of the newer fan that just recently came out, and this is not my biggest. I'm not a huge fan of this. Like I think I'd probably rather use Artisan Foil than this. So I'm probably going to put it right behind it. I'm not a huge fan. Champions 2021 Crambit is it's actually not a bad Crambit for what it is. So I think because it is a Crambit and I'm going to put it right above the Blastex because yeah, it does still have the the if you top frag it glows and all that kind of stuff. I wish that it had the animation stuff that Champions 2022 has because that it's like the red thing when the more kills you get, that would be really cool. I believe this is the Ego Knife. I'm not a huge fan of these. Any I mean, yeah, I think I'd probably rather use the Ego Knife than this, to be honest with you, because I'm just not a fan of these. Anyway, Elderflame, honestly, super nice knife. You hold it backwards, and super solid. I think I'd still would much rather use it than um the Elderflame or not Elderflame, the Blastex. So I'm gonna put it right in between the Champions Crambit and Blastex. Sovereign Knife, I have this in my not Sovereign. This is Forsaken. Sorry, the Forsaken blade. I have this in my shop right now, and I'm tempted to get it. I pretty much think that it's a slightly worse Reaver knife, though. So, with that being said, I'm going to put it at top of C. It's not because I don't like it. It's because there are better options. Gaia's Wrath, honestly, I'm going to put it up here. I think for the price and for what this melee is, Gaia's Wrath is fantastic for an axe. Out of all of these that I have on here so far, this would be the one that I would buy, and it's probably one of the cheaper ones anyway. So the Genesis arc, not a huge fan. I'm probably gonna put this D tier. I think it's definitely above these two, but I don't think that I don't think I would choose this over anything over here, even Celestial Fan. Glitch Pop Axe is kind of cool. I it's pretty cool. I don't know where to put the Glitch Pop stuff. Well, I know where to put the dagger. I don't know where to put the axe. I think I'm actually still I'm gonna put this like right behind the Forsaken Blade and put it right in front of Artisan Foil. Glitch Pop Dagger is a solid knife. I'm gonna put it right behind Blade of Chaos. I love the colors. By the way, this is really bothering me. I love the colors of the Glitch Pop Dagger a lot more than the Glitch Pop Axe. I don't know. It just pops a little bit more. This thing, why? Well, I'm gonna put it like right here, and the only reason I'm gonna put it right here is because it has somewhat of some animations. But why would you use this? Never mind. I'm not even gonna say what it looks like. We all know what it looks like. I don't remember what this knife is called. I think it's called like Hive Mind or something like that. I don't remember. It's not very good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna put it right here. I think I'd rather use Genesis. Actually, no. I think I'd rather use this over Genesis Arc, but I'd rather choose I'd rather have any of these. Now, who else? I am a huge fan of the who else knife or sword or whatever you call it. So I think the only thing that I would really like about this one is if it had some better animations. But other than that, for a base knife like it is, it's not a bad pickup. So I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna put it top B tier. I feel like that's solid. The Ion Energy Sword, I have mixed opinions about the energy swords, kind of like the Oni Claw and the Mage Punk stuff. I have mixed opinions about this kind of stuff. I think the Ion one is probably my personal favorite out of the bunch, but probably still not something I would, like absolutely have to have. So I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this not there. I'm gonna put this right behind the Sovereign. Not Sovereign. I keep wanting to say Sovereign. The Forsaken Blade, and right in front of the Glitch Pop Axe. I think this is the Kingdom Knife. Again, it's another like base knife. I'd rather probably use it than the Ego. The K-Tech Blade it's kind of cool. It's a solid knife. I'm gonna put it top of D tier. Lux Knife, don't even bother. Just don't even bother. Again, out of all these, I'd rather use Lux Knife because it has somewhat of a different look. But Mage Punk Electro Blade, that's one thing about the Mage Punk collection is the melees are very, very, very lackluster. They're not very good. But the knife is the better one. Like, the knife is okay, so I'd probably put it. I think I'd rather use it in the Celestial Fan and Artisan Foil, so I'm gonna put it right here at C tier. This thing, I can't. This thing is garbage. I'm gonna put it like down here. Like, we'll put it. Honestly, I think I'd rather use Lux Knife than this. I'm not. This thing is way too big. Lux Knife's, somewhat small. Let's see. This is the Nebula. I have this in my shop too. Nebula Knife is all right. It's a green screen. I'm not a huge fan of green screen stuff, so I mean it just really depends. So I'm gonna put this. I don't think it's like why just why, but I'm gonna put it like bottom D tier. Neptune X or Neptune Anchor is actually kind of cool. I'm a huge fan of the whole Neptune collection. The Neptune Anchor is kind of cool, so I'm gonna put it right here. I would rather use it than Blast X, but any of these other ones, I'd take these over the Neptune Anchor any day. Katrina, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a huge fan of the Katrina knife. So I'm gonna put this, like, I would probably much rather use the Katrina than these. I'm gonna put it right here. It's all right. It's all right. Oni Claw, it's okay. Again, the melee in the Oni collection is the worst. It's not even like that it's bad, but it's the worst thing in that collection. So, and I'm just not a huge fan of the claws. Like, I like the Origin Crescent Blade. I like those kind of because they're not quite as big. So I'm gonna put this right behind the Celestial Fan. I think this is one where I'd rather use the Celestial Fan. The Origin Crescent Blade, like I said, I actually really do like the blades, the Crescent Blade kind of things. Yes, it does look like a protractor, but it's pretty cool. I'm going to put it bottom B tier. I think it's pretty solid. This knife, for a knife, it's a cool design. I just wish it had like more going on with it. So I'm going to put it top D tier. Okay. So with the Champions Crambit, if you have the upgraded version, I would put this down here only because it doesn't have any of the Crambit animations and it just makes it kind of boring, or like the pull-out animations. But if you just use like the base one, which is what a lot of people do, like just don't even upgrade it, I would have it up here. And I'm just because, you know, you can use any of these melees as however you want. I'm going to put it up here because I would run it without. So I'm going to put it right behind the Champions Crambit. I think I'd rather use the Champions Crambit because I like the look of it a little bit more than the Prime Crambit. But it's a Crambit. I mean, you really can't go wrong with a Crambit. Prime Axe, I actually kind of like. I'm a huge fan. I like simplistic stuff. So I'm actually going to put it right in front of these two. I'd rather have the Prime Axe than the Prime Crambit. Yes, I know. Super simple, and I like simple stuff. The Prism Axe, okay, like the Prism stuff is pretty cool, and it's an axe, so it's not like a base knife. So I'm gonna put this. Actually, right here is kind of solid. Prism Knife, I'm gonna put it down here, just because I mean it's a base knife. Probably all like the base knife looking ones are gonna go down here. Other than the protocol, because it is a protocol, it's still, if it was like a protocol like Axe or a protocol Balisong or Crambit or something, this would be a lot better option. But the fact that it does still have the same animations as a normal knife does knock some points down off of it. So I'm going to put it like C tier. We're going to put it right. We'll do bottom C tier. I feel like that's fair. Now the baseball bat, I'm going to put it straight up here. And the reason is because this thing is clean as it's clean. It's like the perfect melee. And let's be honest, there's something so satisfying about being able to whack people with a baseball bat in video games. Let's be fair. Like, come on. Reaver Knife would definitely be the best if it had the color variations with it. It's the fact that it doesn't brings points down on it. So I'm going to put it right behind Blade of Chaos. And like I said, it would be best of the best if it had all the color variations because it's a very solid knife. Recon Balisong, best of the best. Only because, you know, it's my favorite Balisong in the game because I love military stuff, militaristic stuff. Again, I don't even know if that's a word, but we're going to go with it. Let's see. The Pro Blade. Oh, the Pro Blade. I think the Pro Blade is the most overrated melee in the entire game. But I can't lie, it is a very good melee. I just think it's very overused. So I'm gonna. It's not best of the best in my book. This is all my personal opinion. If you disagree with me, you know that's cool. You have your own personal opinion. I personally do not think it's best of the best. I'm gonna put it top of A tier. Nowhere near being best of the best, though. Now, RGX Butterfly, though, on the other hand, I do love. I'm going to put it behind the Recon. Here's the thing about any butterfly knife. Most butterfly knives are going to be up here. Because there's just something about butterfly knives, for me. They always just click. So I don't know. So we got Broken Blade of the Ruined King. A very, very great knife. Not A tier, but I'd say it's solid B tier. I'm going to put it top of B tier. Very great melee. The Ruined Dagger, I wish I had this one. It's so clean. I'm gonna put this bottom A tier. It's probably gonna be the most simplistic melee up here because it doesn't have any color variations or anything else with that. But it's so clean. It really is. Relic of the Sentinel, I can't stand this thing. I really can't. I think this is gonna go right down here. I don't like it. I wish that they had done something way different with the Sentinels of Light melee. Something way different than what we got. I'm not a huge fan. Singularity Knife, again, it's a knife. It's got the Singularity like Singularity thing going on, but I'm not. It's another base knife animation, and it just kind of brings it down. But I don't think it's down here. I'm gonna put it like bottom C tier. I think that's fair. Smite Knife, best of the best. I'm kidding. I always make that joke. People get so mad at me. Smite Knife. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Smite Knife isn't like, I think I'd rather use Smite Knife than some of these. So I'm going to put it like right above Nebula at D. I think that's fair. Okay, so this is the Snowfall Wand or whatever. I like this thing. For Christmas time, I'm a fan. I don't think it's A or B. I don't even think it's actually B. I think I'm gonna put it top C. I do like this thing though. Anything from like A down to C, like mid C, I'm a fan of. Anything below it, I'm not the biggest fan of. It's the Song Steel Knife. It's just a base knife. It really ain't got much going on for it. So I'm going to put it at the D tier. I'm going to put it right behind the K-Tag. I think I'd rather have the K-Tag blade. Now, Sovereign Sword, on the other hand, is clean. I won't lie. It's very clean. I'm going to put this up here. It's one of the cleaner swords in the game. I'm going to put it right behind Reaver Knife. I think that's fair. This is the Waveform, the most expensive item in the entire game. And it's not my favorite melee in the world. I know people who do really like this melee. I have a couple friends that do. Good for you. I'm not a huge fan. I do think I can see the Waveform for what it is, though. It's a great melee, but it's not for me. So I'm gonna put it bottom B tier. For me personally, Spline Dagger, get this out of here. I think I'd rather use these. This same as that thing. I think I'd rather yeah. SYS it's great. I love the SYS collection. Again, I just started playing the game during like the last 10 days of the battle pass with SYS in it. I just didn't get a chance to get to any of them. I was pretty upset about that, but SYS, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put it right right here. I think that's fair. Task Force Knife, I really like the Task Force Knife. It's super clean. I'm gonna put it B tier, right behind the Elderflame. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like the Task Force Knife. It's super clean. Doesn't got too much going on with it, and that means a lot. Prosperity. Okay, so I know people who love the Prosperity Knife, and I know people who hate it. I'm not the biggest dual wield guy, so Prosperity isn't my favorite melee in the world. So I'm gonna put it right here. I would choose the Forsaken blade over Prosperity, but I would choose Prosperity over like an Ion Energy Sword or something like that. What's this? The Titano Mace? The Titano collection is really cool. I'm going to put this right here. I think I'd rather use this. I'd rather use the Forsaken Blade over this, but I'd rather use this over Prosperity. Oh, jeez. It's just... All right. This is another dual wield, except this one's green screen. Don't care for it. It's going down here. This category right here is in no specific order. These are. This one isn't, because no. Jet Kunai is a fabulous, absolutely fantastic melee. There's one that's above it who has the same exact animation, which is why I'm not gonna put it at best of the best, but I will put it like right here. Fantastic melee. Velocity Crambit for a Battle Pass Crambit, I have respect for it. And I'm going to put it bottom B tier. Cane to Cane, for around Christmas time, this is the perfect thing to run. And I'm going to put it top C tier because of that. Because I would really only use this around the holidays. Xeno Hunter Knife, best of the best, without a doubt. Where exactly am I going to put this? I'm going to put this at the top. Because it's literally the cleanest knife in the game. This one and probably another one are like the cleanest knives in the game. I just don't know. I'm also going to move these around a little bit. This is the order I would have it. Yeah, this is the order I would have the best of the best category. Yoru's Butterfly Comb is, again, it's another butterfly. Fantastic. It's not my favorite butterfly in the game, though. It's probably my least favorite butterfly in the game. I'm going to put this, like, probably bottom B tier. I think that's fair. Reaver Crambit, up here. It's going to go, like, neck and neck with the Xeno Hunter for me. I'm going to put it... Do I like it more or less than the Xeno Hunter? I think I like it more. I think the Reaver Crambit is probably my favorite melee in the game because it's got all four of the color variations or color variants of Reaver, plus it's got that Reaver look and those Reaver. It's the perfect melee for me. Xeno Hunter is a close second. I really wish I had Xeno Hunter, but I did buy the whole Reaver 2 collection. I do not regret it. Champion's Knife, a Champion's Butterfly. It's a fantastic butterfly. I'm going to put it right. I think I would rather have it. I'm going to put it right here because I think I'd rather have it than the RGX one. But I think I'd rather have the Recon one still. This thing, god awful. Nasty. This is the last two. This is the newer fan. I like this fan. I like this fan a lot. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it mid A tier, close to B tier. This is the last one. This is I think it's called like the Terminus Aquo. I did buy this one too. I got the whole Chrono Void collection, and it's a very nice melee for what it is. I'm gonna put it bottom A tier because actually no, I'm gonna put this right. Here. I think the colors on, again, 4 color variations or color variant. I want to call them variations, but they're variants. 4 color variants, absolutely beautiful, and the inspect animation on this thing is absolutely bananas. I don't really have much else to say. So yeah, this is going to be my final tier list for melees with Reaver Crambit, best of the best being Reaver Crambit, Xeno Hunter Knife, Recon Balisong, the Radiant Crisis Bat, the Gaia's Wrath, Champion's Butterfly Knife, and the RGX Butterfly Knife. And then the worst being these. I can't even tell you what some of these are, to be honest with you. So with that being said, that is going to be all for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. The way you support me, please subscribe. We're trying to grow the community here on this channel, and I would really appreciate it if you did. With that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.